Hello, welcome back everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about the secret Fibonacci drawing and how it can be calculated. Okay, there is a good way of drawing it, and it should be drawn in the exact way as I am going to show you that. And based on that, the price reaction, it bounces and it reacts most of the time in those areas. I have tested it for years. I've been following it for more than my trading experience is actually 6 years, 6+ years as of today. 2020 April. Okay, I have tested it for more than 4 to 5 years. Yes, during my initial learning stage, I have learned this, and it works very well. I use this most of the time. Okay, yes, I use this as a confluence, and I also use this in the direction of the trend. It's very important. Okay, let's move on to that. First, I will show you how to do that. Okay, see, it actually works. For example, I have taken Euro USD here. I've taken the daily time frame. The idea is that you should mark the high and low. Okay, the high and low of the monthly. Okay, based on the previous top and bottom of a monthly candle or the previous monthly high and low. It helps you. Okay, I'll show you how. These are all 1 month. Okay, as you can see here, this is the last month, March 2020. This is the current month, April. This is the previous month to the March. I will show you. See, wait. This is the starting. This is the 3 to February. It starts and it ends the previous day. Actually, yes, 28 to February 28 is the last day, and the new month begins here. So the high and the low is taken. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, I'm taking the horizontal line to mark the high. This is the high. I have done it with the approximate, but if you want, you can do it with accurate precision. Okay, if you place your arrow mark, it will show you 1.10927. Okay, yes, as you can see the high there 1.10927. If you have doubt, you can go to the data window here or Control D. That will do. If you place a arrow mark on that candle, it will show the high 1 point. See your left side here in this area. As I am placing my arrow mark, you can see the high 1.10927. Okay, almost I'm doing it. If you want to be accurate, you can do that. Okay, yes, on the low should be here. Okay, this is the entire month here, high to low. This is the lowest price here. If you want to be accurate, let's move on to that. Place the arrow mark on the candle and it will show 1.0775. Okay, almost I got it. 0.0775. Okay, that's it. Now let me close the period separator and take the Fibonacci here. Okay, this is the Fibonacci retracement tool. See, just mark top to bottom. That's it. Okay, so this is the previous month. This is your current month. Okay, this Based on the February high and low calculations, we are going to trade this month. I mean the previous month, March for example. Okay, I'm showing you. This is the, I have zoomed into H4 time frame to check if it works or not. Okay. Okay. Let me place a line here so we will not get confused. Okay. This is the next month. I mean the March month here. Okay. Okay. As you can see, see these lines which I have marked. Based on that, it reacts. Okay. As you can see here, the 61.8, it stopped here. When it reaches that place, again stops, again goes down here, stops a bit, little bit a bounce here, little bit of bounce here, and then again moves on to that area, 50, 60. As you can see here, when it touches freshly, newly, I mean, okay, the first time it touches, it bounces, same here. So it just keep doing that, it goes to the entire month. Okay, so based on the previous month, we will trade this month. I mean the next forthcoming month. That's how it is done. Okay. Let me clear it. And some might ask, what if the price goes beyond the low? I mean the price has gone above here, right? The highest price and the lowest price has gone down here. How to trade that? You just copy it, okay, and place it here. Simple as that. Okay, as you can see, it works beautifully here. This is a very important method and technique, so do not ignore this. This works most of the time in scalping alone. Okay, see here, touches, drops, touches, drops, touches, drops, goes up again, from there again, drops, touches, touches, and everything. Whenever the price touches the new 23, 28, 38.2, 50, 61.8, you can see there is a bit of a bounce in the price. If you want, you can also add the new one. You can use 0.764. Okay, that's 76.4 retracement. Let me do that. Okay, there is a line here, as you can see how perfectly it works. Okay, see here, yes, it is good actually. So you can use that here too. Same price, 76. Yes, it happens. Okay. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Let me clear, and so every time you don't have to do this, and I have got a indicator to back test that. I'll show you that. It automatically points all the monthly highs and lows. Okay. So what it does is it just forecasts the previous. This is the high, last month high, February high. I mean last month in the sense the last time I have showed you this exact high here, this exact low. Based on that, it calculates and forecast here. Okay, so if you are in case any doubt, you, if the price moves beyond the high or low, you just copy and then draw a new Fibonacci on top of it. Okay, Yes, simple as that. And if the price, future price, if it goes here, we do that. Okay. Okay. See, this is the last month, previous month, as in the current market. As you can see, this is the previous month high. This is exactly, they have marked 1.14964. Okay. Previous month, oh, this is it. 1.06353. I'm placing the lines just approximately. Okay. You can see that here. What are the lines here? And you can see that how it has reacted in those places. If we move on to the 30 minutes, as you can see, price dropped, again retest here. During this time, what you can do is actually enter here, scalp. The second time it does, you can scalp. Okay, you should read the price action, it will be much better. Okay, for this you must know about the patterns. Okay, first you have to finish the patterns which I have recorded in my previous session, and I have placed it here. So after finishing this, if you watch this current session, it will be very clear to you. If not, I suggest you to go back and watch all the four patterns, and a few more examples are yet to come. Once you do that, you come back here, and based on that pattern, you trade your entries and make your entries here. Okay, simple as that. Do not complicate at all. Yes, when the first time it touches, it bounces most of the times here. Scalp at least 10 pips. It is better. 10 pips is better. So, usually it goes around to most of the time, even the price touches the first time, it bounces at least 7 to 8 pips. Okay, at least bounces. These are all printed candles, but usually what the price does is, when the price usually comes and touches here, it does this. I mentioned in my previous videos, it does this. Once it touches here, it goes suddenly, bounces, the price gets rejected and does this, and again does up down up down up down and comes here. So it goes up to 7 or 8 pips for sure. Okay, it will come out easily. It's very easy actually. Once you do it in the uh, real trading, you will understand what I'm saying. Just grab the idea, it will be very clear to you. So later on, what it does is, it does this, and later on it prints a candle, and from there later, after 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 or 2 hours, it forms one more candle. So we take our profits in these areas. Okay, as it happened here, as you can see it, the price went up to 25 pips and more. Later on it again pushes up. Okay, in the market again it goes down. We can expect a bit of retracement here too. Again, when it touches after a long time, you can expect a retracement here too. It's a good thing. Okay, but there are certain times we should not trade, as in the during the news times or the volatile sessions and etc. I'll give you that when not to trade, and most importantly, you should trade in the direction of the trend. Okay, that is very important, because based on the bigger trend, we usually take the trades. If the trend is in a long sell trend, as you can see, such as this, and buy such as this, I suggest you not to take any sell in this area and not to take any buy in this area. Usually go in the direction of the trend. By that, what I mean is, let me zoom in. As the price keeps dropping, don't try to scalp buy here. Okay, maybe in the monthly high and monthly low you can do that, because after a long time it's testing, it is a good one actually. When it drops big, just try to scalp when it retests that area. Okay, when it retests, you go for sell, because the long term trend is in the sell, so you should be in that direction only always. When it drops, just when it retest, you just wait for it, and after that you can sell here. Okay, same here also. As you can see, this is the lowest price. The price struggled a bit here to move. There is a multiple rejections here. So when the price breaks up, this is one of the patterns, if you can remember. Let me clear this. This is the pattern 4, if I'm not wrong. Price comes down, fails to break here, it does this and bounces back. Okay, even in the smaller time frame it does. As you can see here, goes up, comes down, there is a bit of bounce here, as you can see. Okay, it could be around 20 pips or something. You can grasp it very easily. And same here, if you see a pin bar rejection, etc., etc., and some other patterns and confluences, you go for it. Okay, there's a rejection here, pin bar in H1 and H4. See here. So you combine all your technical knowledge into this, and based on that, you can take an entry. If there is a pin bar here, there is a strong rejection here. You can sell from here to here too. It's a very good trade. So as you can see, the price is trying to push up, and it's been ranging market. So you should be very careful during these times. When the price breaks at this level, you will decide whether it's going up or not. From that, we will try to go on scalp on the direction of the trend only. Okay, if it goes up, retest happens here, you can go for the buy here. Simple as that. Okay, keep it very simple and try to scalp at the first time when it touches, and the more the price is away from that, and the more the price reaches towards it. By that, what I mean is there should be of enough time left. I mean, the trend should be good towards up, and later you should drop to the same price. Then you can do the scalping. It's very much better actually. Okay. See here, this is what I meant. So it has dropped a bit and waited for a bit. Okay. Later on, it comes to the same price. During this time, you can enter actually. It is a good place. Instead of rushing into trades for every 15 minutes and 5 minutes for going to scalp here, it's not going to work in such a way. The more it goes up in the daily or in higher time frame, it is much better. That's the idea. Okay, same goes in the USD JPY also. As you can see here, it is exactly holding in that same price. Okay, based on the previous monthly high and low, the Fibonacci are calculated already. So you can see the price here. It touches in that level and it retraces. Okay, now it's currently in a buy scenario, big one. So don't try to go for any sales and etc. Once it break this level, and if you see any good change in direction in the longer term aspect, you would trade based on that. Okay, I mean, if there is a big sell here, there is a bit of retest here, then you go for it. It is very much better if the price closes in the H4 and H1. Okay, closes, and then when it retraces back, it is very powerful. Okay, if it is in daily, it is much more better. So my suggestion is use daily H4 and H1 and combine all together in this, and use the patterns which I have taught you, and try to implement that using this Fibonacci. It is very powerful most of the time. I would suggest you to. I will give you this indicator. Don't worry. Okay, I will. This is a kind of is one of a kind, and this is not mine actually. I have got it from the online. So you might also get it. If you want, you can do the modifications. And I already did the modification actually. It was only 61.8. I have coded it to 76.4. As you can see here, it's working good now. And you can use it as I have told you, as I have taught you. See, in this case, the price highs and low. Here you cannot trade, okay, because there is high and low. It ends here. The price actually stopped here. See, in the lowest price, most of the time it stopped and decided, and after that it went down. So you can use this. bit up and down, again goes up, again it comes to that price, it's good to enter scalp here, scalp, again goes up, down, scalp, again goes up, it didn't come here, so just leave it. When it comes to the later level, you can scalp here, it's a very good price, okay, because it has gone for a very long time and later on it drops. The more it's away from the price and the more it takes to reach that same level, the more likely chances that the bounce would be good and we will see a very good more profits in the series. As you can see here, 100 pips actually. Also, this is a very good price here. This is a monthly low, very crucial. First time when the price touches the monthly high and low, you can scalp always. Okay, it has its own disadvantages because when the market is too volatile or when the session it has a huge news, don't try to go against the trend. Okay, that's what I've been telling you. If it is in a buy, just try to go. Sometimes what the price it does is it simply breaks the highs and you might have placed a sell order here, okay, pending order, but later on what happens is it will drop to that place. It might take 1 or 2 days, 3 days, sometimes weeks, but it will come back to the monthly highs. It depends on the previous history and the price action. So I would suggest you to read the intensity and the volatility of the market. Okay, during the news time, I will suggest you to avoid, and I'll mention you when to trade and when not to trade in a different video or in a text file. I will give it to you. So this is a very important place. Monthly high and low. This is one of the most places I have used, and I have taken so many profits in these areas because it works like a charm. The reason is that in the monthly high and monthly low are the place it acts as a demand and supply areas. Okay, these places act as a very good resistance or supply area. Most of them, what they do is institutions or retail traders, they simply place a buy order here. Okay, so what happens is usually they goes up, they hunt for the stops, and later on they comes down. Or when it touches the first time, they might have placed some other orders earlier, or someone would have trapped in this area. What they do is, for example, during the last month, someone would have bought here exactly in this price, monthly high. Okay, they might have been holding for a long time, and when the price reaches here, what they do is usually take their profits, or what they do is usually they come out of the loss. Okay, if they have bought here, the price should have been in loss. Okay, when the price again comes here, they're ready to exit in the break even situation. So when they exit, so most of the time what it does is it becomes a little bit of a sell here. Okay, so that's why the price usually rejects and it comes down. Most of the guys, those who have placed a order, it should trigger. Okay, or some use some other hedging places at here. So this monthly high and monthly low is very important strategy. It is used as a strategy in so many hedge funds, and so many traders use this alone to make money. So monthly, based on this calculation, they trade, they make money, and they use this as a primary trend to identify for the next month also. If you research and backtest these things, you will find a very good opportunity to find the longer term aspect also. It is very much important. I personally use these kind of calculations also, and I suggest you to follow what I teach you exactly, which will help you in a much massive way, because I have been doing this research for 4 or 5 years. In this method, I am telling you, it is really good actually. But you follow the trend, and if you have a set of rules like not to trade during the volatile session, not to take unwanted trades, not to take frequently, just I will wait for the perfect trade as such. This here it's a very good entry after a long time when the price here, when long time it's been down. It didn't hold here in the monthly for a long time. It actually holded, but it's not in a month wise. Some month, 2 months. Sometimes it holds there for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, etc. But here it dropped actually. From later on, it moves on to the same price. This is the area I would really love to sell in this area. Okay, the price, what it does is it goes up a bit, but usually what happens is it drops. See, first when it touches, it dropped actually 50. If you master this place alone, you can scalp 4 or 5 times and make decent money here. Really good one, but you should not get greedy here and should follow the steps and follow rules as mentioned. Once it goes up, it makes a fake one. Usually I wait for this. Usually I don't take on this exact level. I will let the market to go up. Usually it does that. Actually, it usually penetrates, and then what it does is it drops a bit and then retest happens. Yeah, this will be the very good entry in shorter time frames. Okay, this happens in the shorter time frames. I think this is pattern 4, if I can recall. I have shown you. This is what the pattern 4 is mainly. It is for the smaller time frames. H1, minute 30 and minute 50. It works most of the time. You can also use H4 also. Okay. See here. Goes up, down, retest. Excellent entry. This is excellent entry. See here. I made up. This is like short entry, and I should have got at least, if you have exited in 100 or something tips, you should be in profits. Okay. So this is how it works. Use the Fibonacci to your advantage. I will add this indicator to our course. I can just simply install and you can start testing. Okay, just back test it as much as you want. You can see so many histories are available. You can go back and you can check how it works and what are the areas and how it reacts in those areas. Do your homework on this and you'll get an idea mostly. Okay. Okay. Use any two pairs because each has its own character. Euro USD has its own character because it has two currencies in it, Euro and USD. So you will have to check other Euro pairs and USD pairs also. It's an extra idea I'm giving you. USD case also same. US is a different currency and Japanese yen. You will have to cross reference it with the JPY pairs, GBP, JPY, Euro, JPY, etc., etc. So if you find the characters of the pairs and you master that, it is more than enough. If you can you can become a billionaire just by choosing any one pair. Okay, uh, the most important thing is choosing the currency pair correctly. Most of them fail to do that. I usually trade Euro USD, USD JPY, and gold. I do that. Okay, these are my major favorite pairs, and I rarely go for GBP, JPY, uh, or US index or some other pairs. Okay, usually my major currency is US dollar. Based on that, I correlate and find the direction in my longer term aspect and follow the direction of that in scalping also. So longer time frame direction is buy. I will be scalping in the buy direction only. I will take buys. I will wait for that. I will do that. Even if you scalping doesn't mean that you will have to trade per day 5 entries, 10 entries. Okay, I will teach that in the money management, and I mean exactly risk management in the cycles, which I'm going to cover cover in my next sessions. You don't have to do that. You just you can take just one trade in a day or uh, two trades in a week, or you can stick to even 4 trades in a month even. Okay, that's better. You will wait for the perfect good entry after all the testing and the knowledge you have gained, and you follow the calculations. If you take certain number of calculations and you just multiply it based on the calculation which I'm about to show you, you will be in good profit. That's more than enough. Okay, it's mostly trading is mostly done by sitting. Okay, uh, most of the work is done I mean beyond the scene, not exactly what you have to do is just click your mouse right. The remaining part you have to test and see if the method works, if the strategy works. Just keep doing that and you will get there eventually. And try to follow the patterns here. Okay, it works well fine, and you can use this Fibo with that. Okay, I'm sure it is clear now. If you have some doubts, just watch the video again and again and as much as possible, and also I will be available in Telegram whenever you need. Okay, just follow and you will do just fine. Okay, take care.